Dandadan. So, my friends, Dandadan just keeps getting better and better. And one of the predictions that I had pretty early on when it came to the introduction of Ira was the fact that, because she has such close ties to the red dress lady, pink dress lady, whatever, that she was going to get kind of like possessed, kind of like Ken, 𝐒𝐻𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭, like just like he did as well. And that's exactly what ended up happening this episode. And I was so glad to see that end up happening. And for Ira to actually be the thing that she thought that she couldn't be as well. And I like at the end of the episode too, as we are like getting a preview for next episode, I really love how she was like, oh, well, if he's the demon, I'll be the demon queen. What a twist, And there were just so many fourth wall breaking things that happened this episode as well too, right? At the beginning of the episode when Ira was over at the house, she was like, you're a demon. He's a demon. Your grandmama's a demon. There's no way your grandma is looking that young and looking that sexy. It's impossible. She's, you're the queen bee. You're the demoness, whatever. And I just love how she called out like all the things that we've been thinking of. Like, how is the grandma that young? How does she look that good and everything? Like, I love how she totally just called her out this episode. And I was like, yes, thank you for saying what we've been saying and just kind of making it a thing. And the whole time, Momo's just like, no, it's whatever. And she was like, fighting. And like, it was just so good. Then, the whole entire subsection of Ken. And, I was wondering like what he was doing exactly. Obviously he was avoiding ISA quite a bit. In my mind, at the moment before it actually showed us why, I was like, oh, it's one of those things to where, remember last episode when they're like, oh, you like her or you see her in a romantic way. I was thinking for a moment, I was like, oh, well, because that's still fresh in his mind, he's kind of like trying to not have too much contact there so he can ensure that he kind of figures out his feelings. But no, he was actually using Grandmama Psycho's advice and doing push-ups and sit-ups and trying to get more physically stronger so he could, protect Isa and protect her and be stronger and better and everything else. But then that landed him into trouble with Ira, because now Ira, there was a whole moment, a whole subsequence of her learning romance through her dad's her dad's den collection of romantic stuff. And I love how Ken pushed her away and then also talked to her about like, how are you so popular? Popular girls shouldn't be this way. You shouldn't be this romantically awkward. He's like, there's just no way. You're trying to kiss me. She's like, you're supposed to. I'm supposed to say, I love you. You're supposed to kiss me. He's like, no, that's not how it works. And I love that he called her out for being romantically awkward. And I love how she was like, don't you dare call me romantically awkward, just inexperienced. He's like, yes, we're saying the same thing. So just like those moments that just kept happening over and over were just so effing funny. Like, I was just having a ball of a time watching them. And then obviously at the end of the episode, or towards the end of the episode, the aliens attack again. They want the banana. Give me the banana. And they want to snip him off. But Ira went, no, don't you dare touch my 𝐒𝐻𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭. And that's a whole entire thing. And then just Momo being jealous of Ira and her it ruining her day, and all the sequences of her just gnawing at stuff and empathizing with the shrimp. There's just so much that was covered this episode. Obviously, I don't want to recap every single scene that occurred this episode, but just from the plot line to the comedy to the introduction of a brand new character to what that introduces to the plot and to the story and to the entertainment value of the show, to reintroducing us back once again to the aliens and the aliens coming back again for Ken was really, really, really entertaining, and it's really, really good stuff. From seeing some kind of like demon, Godzilla type ghost thing in the school is really, really cool, to seeing some kind of like boxing ghost or alien, which is really, really cool as well too. So just like all these little things, and then you throw a little bit of Turbo Granny salt on top of everything else, and Ken getting his one ball back, and it just makes for just a exorbitant, really, really, really entertaining episode. So once again, Dandadan's just hitting it out the park. This was an 11 out of 10 episode. I thought this was just so entertaining and so fun. And I loved every moment of it. So, my friends, I'll see you guys next week as we continue on to episode number 9. But Dandadan is just killing it. This episode was just absolutely peak, and I can't wait to see more. All right, my friends, I'll see you guys then. Peace.